With only days to go before a historic 9th World Championship, Marc Marquez has taken a rare moment to reflect on the turbulent journey he has endured over recent years, navigating a personal hell before returning to the pinnacle of MotoGP. The Spaniard is now on the cusp of history. After a truly dominant 2025 season in which he claimed 14 sprint victories and 16 race wins across 16 Grand Prix events, Marquez sits atop the MotoGP World Championship standings with a staggering 182-point lead over his younger brother, Alex Marquez. This remarkable margin means that at next weekend's Japanese Grand Prix in Motegi, the Cervera-born rider could secure his 9th world title and 7th in the Premier class if he finishes just 3 points ahead of his brother. Astonishingly, this comes with still 5 rounds remaining in the season. Marquez's performance in 2025 mirrors the extraordinary level he demonstrated in 2019, before injuries plunged him into one of the most challenging periods of his career. That era, defined by his severe arm injury and subsequent struggles with Honda's machinery, forced him to leave the factory team for Gresini Racing in 2024. This move ultimately opened the door for his highly anticipated switch to the factory Ducati team. Many within the paddock and across the motorsport world have hailed Marquez's comeback as one of the greatest in sporting history. The 6-time MotoGP champion himself acknowledges the journey, describing moments where retirement seemed the only option. 2 years ago, I couldn't imagine I'd be in this position. I'm here because I enjoy it, and my way of enjoying it is winning. We are winning a lot now, and for that reason, I feel relaxed and confident. But having lived through those experiences, I know that from one day to the next, everything can change, Marquez reflected, recalling the harrowing 2020 Jerez crash that marked a turning point in his career. I had just won 4 consecutive world championships, and you feel untouchable. You feel nothing can happen to you. But it did, and rushing back too soon after that severe crash in Andalusia at the start of the COVID-19 season really impacted me. Marquez emphasized that the hardest moments were not the months spent in recovery at home, but the frustration of trying to return in 2021, only to discover something was fundamentally wrong. I was at home, injured, trying to recover. That was tough, but the hardest moments came when I tried to return in 2021. I started riding again, and it felt wrong. My arm felt strange. I couldn't ride properly. We eventually realized there was a rotation in my arm, and the pain was constant. It was the moment I lost all motivation. Such was the depth of his crisis that Marquez seriously contemplated retirement. Yet his determination to prove his competitiveness never wavered. I nearly retired. It crossed my mind to stop, but then I felt something inside me asking, why? Why should I stop? I wanted to prove to myself that I was still competitive. To do that, I sought the best bike on the grid, Ducati. I focused purely on performance, leaving behind money, history, and relationships. My goal was to answer one question: can I still compete? He credits his brother Alex for providing crucial guidance during this period, particularly in making the bold move from Honda to Gresini. It was a 1-year challenge to see if I could still compete. Racing for free with a strong team like Gresini was a huge risk, but I needed to find out. Marquez's efforts have not only paid off, they have exceeded expectations. Rebuilding my confidence and winning again is special. From the moment I joined Ducati's factory team, I knew I was in the right place to fight for the title. My preseason goal was simple: to compete for the championship. But winning as many races as I have on tracks that normally challenge me is extraordinary. Marquez's reflections underline a critical truth in elite sport. Effort alone does not guarantee success, but failing to try is never an option. When you retire, you'll know you've done everything possible. There's no way to try harder than I have, he states. Adding another layer to this remarkable story is the presence of his brother Alex, currently second in the championship. Marquez highlights how their sibling rivalry has evolved into one of mutual support rather than friction. We are first and second in the biggest motorcycle championship in the world. It's surreal. Alex and I are closer than ever, despite competing on track. Without me, he might be leading the championship, so maybe my return was a blessing for him, he jokes. Finally, Marquez commented on teammate Pecco Bagnaya's recent struggles with confidence. I said in the team presentation that Pecco was the favourite for the championship. Losing confidence makes you rigid, and the bike can't perform when you're not moving naturally. But I believe Pecco will return. He has the talent and the team. For this project to succeed, we need both riders at the top. Marquez's 2025 campaign is not just a story of victories and records. It's a case study in resilience, mental strength, and strategic career management. Few athletes can claim to have faced a career-threatening injury, questioned their own future, and returned with such dominance. His choice to leave a comfortable factory seat for the uncertainty of a satellite team demonstrates a mindset rarely seen at this level. A commitment to testing limits rather than resting on laurels. Marquez's return also underscores the importance of emotional intelligence in elite sport. His collaboration with Alex highlights how strong family and team relationships can bolster performance under pressure. In essence, Marquez's journey is more than a personal triumph. It is a blueprint for how champions are made, lost, and remade. As he edges closer to a 9th world title, one thing is clear: this is a man who has truly exhausted every possibility in his quest for greatness, leaving nothing undone for the day he finally hangs up his leathers. Marquez's journey back to the top is also a testament to the evolution of MotoGP as a sport. The technological leap in the last few years, particularly with Ducati's advancements, has allowed riders to push boundaries that were previously unimaginable. Marquez's ability to adapt quickly to a new bike, a different team environment, and new race strategies showcases not only his natural talent, but also his exceptional intelligence on two wheels. Another factor in his resurgence is Marquez's renewed approach to physical and mental conditioning. After enduring repeated injuries, he has fine-tuned a regimen that balances strength, flexibility, and recovery. His openness about the psychological hurdles of returning to peak performance highlights the importance of mental health in professional racing, an area often overlooked in discussions about elite athletes. The strategic decision to join Ducati also reflects Marquez's maturity as a racer. Unlike previous stages of his career where raw talent sometimes overshadowed careful planning, this move was calculated to maximize championship potential. By aligning himself with a team capable of providing both reliability and a competitive machine, Marquez demonstrated a keen understanding of long-term success in the modern era of MotoGP.